Toyota reliability, the 2026 Toyota Camry Hybrid, automotive financing, and used car resale values are the primary forces driving the global 2026 car market. Yet there is a brutal, honest truth about these vehicles that Toyota's marketing department and dealership service advisors are desperate to keep hidden from you until the ink is dry on your finance contract. Why is the company that built the legendary 22R-E engine and the indestructible Hilux now mandating ultra-thin 0W8 synthetic oil and high-voltage hybrid drivetrains that many veteran mechanics believe are designed with a built-in expiration date? If you have been looking at a brand new 2026 Toyota RAV4 or a redesigned Corolla and wondering if that bulletproof reputation still applies to a machine controlled by millions of lines of code and high-pressure fuel systems, your gearhead instinct is absolutely right to be skeptical. By the time you finish this technical breakdown, you will understand the precise engineering trade-offs Toyota has made to satisfy global emissions regulations. You will uncover the hidden reason why your modern Toyota might actually cost more to insure and maintain than a luxury German SUV. And you need to stay tuned until the very end because I'm going to reveal the one specific number buried in Toyota's internal service bulletins that determines exactly when your forever car becomes a financial liability. Before we go deep into the metallurgy and the software, you need to realize something uncomfortable. You worked way too hard for your money to just hand it over to a slick service advisor for a scam repair or a trade-in lowball. The industry is counting on your ignorance to stay profitable. I have put every mechanical cheat code they desperately want to hide from you, the exact secrets to spotting a failing hybrid inverter or avoiding a $10,000 engine rebuild inside the Gearhead playbook. Take the power back, learn the truth, and keep your cash where it belongs. Grab your copy at the link in the pinned comment below and stop being the dealership's next payday. To understand the truth about Toyota in 2026, we have to address the massive global engineering shift that has redefined what reliability actually means in the US, Europe, Asia, and Australia. For decades, the Toyota brand was synonymous with mechanical simplicity, where a naturally aspirated engine like the 2.5-liter 2AR-FE could run for 300,000 miles on basic maintenance. However, as we enter the 2026 market, Toyota has shifted almost its entire high-volume lineup to the dynamic force engine family, like the A25-A-FKS. These engines achieve over 40% thermal efficiency, which is an engineering miracle, but it comes at a cost. To reach that efficiency, Toyota uses extremely high compression ratios, sometimes as high as 14:1 in hybrid models, and a complex dual injection system called D4S that uses both port and direct injectors. From an engineering perspective, this increases the heat and pressure inside the combustion chamber to levels we've never seen in a consumer vehicle. The honest truth is that Toyota did not get worse at building cars. They were forced to build precision instruments to satisfy government mandates, and precision instruments always have a smaller margin for error than the iron sledgehammers of the past. One of the most controversial topics among car enthusiasts right now is the move to ultra-low viscosity oils like 0W8 and 0W16. You'll see these recommended for the 2026 Camry and Corolla, and the marketing tells you it's for improved cold start protection and fuel economy. The reality is that these oils have the consistency of water at room temperature. The engineering goal here is to reduce parasitic loss, the energy the engine spends just moving its own parts. While modern synthetics from brands like Mobil 1 or Pennzoil Platinum have incredible additive packages, they cannot change the laws of physics. Thin oil has a lower HTHS rating, meaning the protective film between your engine bearings and the crankshaft is thinner than ever before. In a hybrid, this is exacerbated by fuel dilution. When your engine cycles on and off 20 times during a city commute, it often doesn't stay hot enough to boil off the raw gasoline that leaks past the piston rings. This thins the 0W8 oil even further, potentially dropping it to a 0W4 or lower. If you follow the dealership's 10,000-mile oil interval, you are effectively asking your engine to survive on a diluted, acidic lubricant that offers almost no protection during high-load events.
This is why you see veteran mechanics screaming for 5,000-mile intervals. It's not about the oil failing, it's about the oil being contaminated by the very hybrid system designed to save you money. We also have to talk about the eCVT found in the RAV4 and Prius, which is a masterpiece of planetary gear engineering, but it's being marketed with a dangerous lie: lifetime fluid. Toyota tells owners that the world standard WS fluid in these transmissions never needs to be changed unless you are towing. As a gearhead, I'm telling you that lifetime is a marketing term that actually means until the warranty expires. All lubricants shear down and oxidize over time. The eCVT uses two high-output electric motor generators, MG1 and MG2, that generate significant heat. If you never change that fluid, the microscopic metal shavings from the planetary gears circulate through the unit, eventually sandblasting the insulation on the motor windings. When that happens, the transaxle shorts out, and you're looking at a $7,000 replacement. The honest truth is that a $60 fluid change at 60,000 miles could prevent that failure, but the dealership won't suggest it because they want to keep their low cost of maintenance rankings in Consumer Reports. The controversy deepens when we look at Toyota's 2026 truck lineup, specifically the Tundra and Tacoma. The transition from the legendary 5.7-liter 3UR-FE V8 to the V35-A-FTS twin-turbo has been rocky to say the least. We have seen massive recalls involving main bearing failures in these new engines. The engineering reason is a combination of manufacturing debris and a design that pushes these bearings to their absolute limit under the high torque of the twin-turbo. In Australia and the Middle East, where the Hilux and Land Cruiser 300 series are tools for survival, there's a fierce argument about whether these new high-tech powertrains can handle the same level of dust and heat as the old iron block diesels. The data shows that turbocharging adds immense heat to the engine bay, which accelerates the aging of every plastic clip, rubber hose, and wiring harness under the hood. Toyota is banking on their Kaizen process to fix these issues in the 2026 models. But if you're a buyer, you have to ask yourself, do you want to be the one testing their corrections with your $40,000 loan? Then there is the issue of Cablegate, a problem that has affected thousands of IWD hybrid owners in snowy climates. The high-voltage cable that powers the rear electric motor is exposed to road salt and moisture. Because of the way the connector was designed, it can trap that salt, leading to galvanic corrosion that eventually eats through the shielding and causes a hybrid system malfunction. This is a $5,000 part that Toyota initially tried to claim was wear and tear or environmental damage, not covered by the 8-year battery warranty. This highlights the new reality of Toyota reliability. The engine might be fine, but a single corroded wiring connector can turn the car into an expensive driveway ornament. In the 2026 market, reliability isn't just about the pistons and valves, it's about the integrity of the high-voltage architecture and the software that manages it.
Let's address the psychological factor of the Toyota tax. Because Toyotas hold their resale value so well, people assume they are buying a risk-free asset. This creates a dangerous reputation lag, where a company can coast on the quality of its 2010 models while the 2026 models are becoming increasingly complex and expensive to repair. We're seeing a split in the market where pre-dynamic force Toyotas, those with simple port injection and traditional 6-speed automatics, are becoming highly sought after by savvy buyers who realize that a 2015 Camry might actually be a more durable 20-year vehicle than a 2026 hybrid. Dads across the globe are waking up to the fact that modern doesn't mean better for the second owner. The 2026 Toyota is designed to be the ultimate first-owner car, optimized for the lease term and the initial warranty, but it leaves the second and third owners with undefined risks involving inverter aging and battery degradation. I get asked a lot about the hybrid battery itself. Will it last? The answer is generally yes, but not for the reasons you think. Toyota's battery management software is incredibly conservative, usually only allowing the battery to operate between 40% and 60% of its actual capacity. This prevents the deep cycles that kill lithium-ion cells. However, the silent killer of hybrid batteries isn't usage, it's heat and dust.
Many owners don't realize there is a small air intake filter for the battery cooling fan, usually located under the rear seat or in the cargo area. If that filter gets clogged with pet hair or dust, the battery runs 10 degrees hotter, which can cut its lifespan in half. The dealership almost never checks this filter during a standard oil change, yet it's the most important maintenance item for the most expensive part of the car. This is the honest truth. The car is reliable if you know where the hidden weaknesses are, but if you just drive and forget, the modern Toyota will punish your wallet in ways the old ones never did. The final piece of this puzzle is the software. Modern Toyotas use a connected services architecture, where the car is constantly communicating with Toyota's servers. While this allows for over-the-air updates, it also means your car is a digital device. We're seeing cases where a software glitch can drain the 12-volt battery overnight, leaving a reliable Toyota dead in the garage because a sensor didn't go to sleep properly. This is a new frontier of frustration for owners who expect mechanical certainty. You can't jump-start a software bug, and you can't fix a glitchy infotainment screen with a wrench. As Toyota transitions to their new Arene operating system, we are going to see a period of teething issues that will challenge the brand's reputation for years to come. So, is a 2026 Toyota still a good buy? Generally speaking, yes, but only if you enter the transaction as an informed gearhead. You have to understand that you aren't buying a 1990 Camry. You're buying a high-performance, high-efficiency hybrid computer. You need to budget for shorter oil change intervals, you need to proactively change your transmission and inverter coolants, and you need to be vigilant about battery cooling and high-voltage cable health. If you are willing to be an active owner, a 2026 Toyota will likely outlast almost anything else on the market. But if you believe the marketing that these are maintenance-free appliances, you are setting yourself up for a very expensive wake-up call at the 100,000-mile mark. I want to hear from you in the comments below. Do you think Toyota is still the king of reliability, or are the new turbo and hybrid systems a step too far? Are you a high-mileage owner who has hit 300,000 miles in a modern hybrid, or have you been burned by a turbo failure or Cablegate? Let's get a real argument going, because the truth about these cars isn't found in a glossy brochure. It's found in the real-world experiences of the people who actually drive them and fix them. We need to hold these manufacturers accountable for the durability of the vehicles they sell us, and that starts with sharing the data that the dealerships want to keep quiet. Now, as I promised at the beginning, I'm going to reveal that specific number from the internal service bulletins that determines the fate of your car. That number is the Inverter Thermal Cycle Limit. Every time your hybrid transitions between electric and gas or goes through a heavy regenerative braking event, the inverter has these IGBTs, or insulated gate bipolar transistors, and those things experience a rapid spike in temperature. Toyota engineers have a calculated limit for these thermal cycles before the solder joints in the power module begin to experience microscopic cracking. In the 2026 market, with more people doing short, high-stress city trips, we're seeing cars hit this thermal cycle limit much faster than the old highway commuter hybrids did. If you are a driver who does 50 short trips a week where the engine never fully warms up, your inverter is aging 5 times faster than a car that does one long highway drive. This is the hidden expiration date of the modern hybrid. It's not about the miles, it's about the cycles. If you appreciate this kind of veteran, fact-driven analysis that refuses to bow to corporate sponsors or dealership pressure, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications so you never miss a deep dive, and check out the video on your screen right now, where we break down why Toyota's move to 0W8 oil might be the biggest reliability mistake in their history. This is Gearhead Genius, and remember, every car has a story, but only the owners know the truth. See you in the next one.